to this new week. And we got a Super Bowl matchup set, guys. Buccaneers, Chiefs, Brady, Mahomes, no Bills, no Browns, no Steelers.
Yeah. Sorry, Bills fans.
Yeah, it stinks.
For Bills fans, I know they didn't really want to go to the Super Bowl against Tom Brady.
I know we.
And it wasn't like it was a close game and they're right at the end they lost it. Sometimes that's like insult to injury when you're almost there and then you fall at the last second or something. But it was a great run for the Bills. So yeah, kudos to Buffalo this morning. But yeah, it's the Chiefs and the Tampa Bay Bucs, and I find it so interesting that the Bucs are going to be the first team to play in the Super Bowl at their home stadium. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, we've had some Super Bowls in the past where teams have got to play kind of in their home city, home area, but not at their exact home stadium. That's going to be interesting. I've wanted to be this morning like the fly on the wall in Bill Belichick's office, basically, as he sits in his Patriots out of the playoffs, and the quarterback that he kind of let go goes to Tampa Bay and takes those guys to the playoffs, to the Super Bowl in his first year under center. So, I mean, whatever you think about Tom Brady, a pretty impressive feat to get the Buccaneers all the way to the big game.
He knew he had such potential with the receivers and just with the head coach, and that's a big part of the reason why he went there. I mean, I don't think anybody before Brady would have thought Tampa Bay would be going to the Super Bowl, but you add Brady to any team and they become a Super Bowl contender. And in this case, he's going back to his 10th Super Bowl.
Unbelievable. Yeah, the talent, you can't deny it, David, whether you love him or you hate him. So we're asking how excited, or perhaps if you're not, about the upcoming Super Bowl. Now, I don't know why, at least on my screen, it's showing the score for the halftime of the Chiefs-Bills game. I don't know why that's in there. We understand that they lost yesterday. Did you guys see that?
Where is that? No.
Right above the live stream. In the title there, I don't know. It says half. Chiefs 21, Bills 12.
No,
anyway.
I don't see that.
I wonder if it's something that's left in the system. Somebody didn't clear the cache.
Could be.
Anywho, so yeah, that one coming up February 7th. If, of course, you're not into football, you may be into the snacks, you may be into the halftime show.
Yes.
We do know the Weeknd's going to be performing there. And we were talking about this morning, TikTok is doing a TikTok tailgate.
Yes.
Where Miley Cyrus is going to be performing there. So
you think they waited until they saw the Bills were eliminated before they decided to jump in and be part of the tailgate? Because with the Bills Mafia, tailgating gets crazy. So now the Bills are out. It's safe to get back into the tailgating game.
Yeah, like table stores just do very well around game time in Buffalo. Maybe used table stores. I don't think you want to buy a brand new table and just smash it. Maybe I mean if they advance to the Super Bowl, maybe that's a different story. Yeah. But hey, here's the thing for the Bills. They've got potential. They've got things lined up. No Brady in the AFC East. My Dolphins are still like kind of all over the place. So Buffalo's got a good future ahead.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah, sure. And remember, the Super Bowl you can watch on CBS. Part of your news now. Coming up in just a couple of weeks here. Who are you guys going with?
Well, the Chiefs are 3 points favorites. We've determined that the early betting line has the Chiefs favored. But, I mean, come on. I cannot go against Tom Brady in this sort of situation. I'm going to have to go Buccaneers at this point.
Okay. I think I'm going Chiefs.
Yeah, I'm thinking Chiefs too, but I thought Packers and I thought Bills yesterday, so clearly I'm off this year. But the thing about Tampa Bay, I think that surprised me, wasn't so much Brady's play, because he had actually struggled during a little stretch, was their defense. I didn't realize Tampa Bay's defense was as good as they are. I think they've got a good shot. I don't know. I think Kansas City has the ability to be more electric, maybe, than Tampa if they're playing at full potential. So I'm going to go with Kansas City, but it's going to be a close one because Brady is never not involved in an incredibly close Super Bowl. It'll be like 3 points.
Yeah, and don't go to sleep at halftime. We have learned that from
right
Super Bowls involving TB. So
Now, what do you think, if any, is there going to be like a home field advantage? I mean, how are they going to try to minimize that?
I know what they talking about. What 7,500? I think it was. Folks are going to get into the game. At least that's
healthcare workers, vaccinated healthcare workers. I think the NFL is letting them in.
There you go. But I don't know about how many. What the overall crowd size is going to be. But even then, I don't know if there'll be that many. Of the hardcore Tampa Bay Buccaneers fans that
right. Because they're coming from all over. They just have like the stadium. They just have the stadium.
You're eliminating any travel. These guys are now able to, theoretically spend the night in their own homes, and they know the field, they know the locker rooms, a little bit more of a comfort factor.
Can you even get tickets? I figured that all probably sold out because of restrictions.
I don't know.
That's a good question now that I think about it.
They're going to fire off that cannon after the Buccaneers score? I didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forget it. That's actually probably one of the coolest features I think of any NFL team.
The ship?
Cannon, yeah.
They have a giant ship in their basically.
I'd be interested to know, though, if there's any Buccaneers fans locally. I mean, I know a couple, or I know one.
I know one too.
I know one too. Is that the record? We all know one. I got it. Yeah. High school buddy that's since moved.
You just don't hear many people saying, "Yeah, I'm a Tampa Bay fan." I don't go around the store and see people wearing a Tampa Bay Bucs starter jacket or something like that.
Hey, once you get to the Super Bowl and maybe win one, then you might start seeing some of that stuff.
And the thing is, they did back in 2002.
Right.
That time, like when Brady started winning all of his. So I guess it all comes back around. But I posted this matchup being like Baby Yoda versus regular Yoda with the age difference. It's like 25 versus 87 or something like that.
So what is it? 25 versus 42?
43, I think.
43.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Wow.
I know.
It is tough. He's apparently going to be setting a record for the oldest player to play in the Super Bowl.
He's trying to go for like oldest player in sports to ever play in a championship.
I don't know what that record is, but yeah.
I guess if you include professional golf, it's probably really high.
It's not like he's getting worse, too. That's the thing. It's like, his skills are diminishing, as they say, and while you do see that in some other quarterbacks that are getting up there in years, it doesn't seem like that's the case with Brady.
And not really even slightly, not even, a slow decline. That doesn't really.
Yeah, last year when he got eliminated by, I think it was Tennessee, everyone was like, oh, this is the end of Brady. And then he goes to another team and he still just, he does his thing. That was a weird game to watch because he was the Buccaneers were on fire. It looked like they were going to blow out the Packers. And then all of a sudden, Brady had like 3 consecutive interceptions.
Yeah.
But then the Packers, kicking the field goal at the very end.
That was just inexplicable.
That was weird. Now the thing is, if it would have worked out, obviously nobody would be questioning him.
But it never works out.
You don't give
Aaron Rodgers.
Right. You got Aaron Rodgers. You don't give Tom Brady a chance. Steve, if you're giving him a chance to get a first down, you've already lost.
Yeah.
I mean, I was just scratching my head at that. And if I was a fan of the Packers, I'd probably be looking for a new TV set this morning because that was a decision that probably had a lot of people, let's say check a pillow at the TV, keep it safe. But yeah, that was a weird decision on behalf of the Packers, and that one it ended up costing them the game.
Yeah, unfortunately, and Green Bay is always a team where if I said I would cheer for a team in the NFC, it's always like the Packers. They're always that team. I've always liked Aaron Rodgers. I was hoping they'd go because, as you guys know, my disdain for Tom Brady.
You've made it quite clear, David.
Yeah. And
I want to make a note here. I dislike him because he's really good, and it's annoying.
You said that before. Yeah, I think a lot of people share your disdain.
Well, that's where Dolphins and Bills fans come together. We unite on that.
Yeah.
And we were talking a little bit about the matchup back in the control room, and one of the guys said, "Well, I don't like Brady, but because he's an old guy, I can kind of root for him." Okay. So yeah, there's a little bit of that amongst the senior set like me that say, "Hey, a guy over 40 is getting it done out there on the field. There's a certain amount of respect that I would give to him by default, just because he can get out there and do it at that age."
I mean, he's the old man who's yelling at the young kids to get off his lawn, and normally
he's yelling at them because they went the wrong way on the passing route.
Right.
David, give us a quick check of the forecast before we check out of here on this Monday.
Yeah, today we're looking quiet today, but it's tonight. That's when we could get into some wintry weather, a little bit of snow, but the main threat is going to be the potential for some freezing rain, up to maybe a tenth of an inch of ice in some spots. Could notice a little glazing on the tree, and of course, you can also get those real slick spots on those untreated surfaces, those secondary roads. It could be a little treacherous tomorrow morning. We do have the winter weather advisory in effect. That basically goes into your Tuesday morning. This isn't going to be a major ice storm, but still, as I always say, ice is ice. It is slippery no matter if you've got an inch of ice or if you've just got a tenth of an inch of ice.
And that's for potentially tonight and tomorrow morning.
Yeah, later tonight and then into tomorrow morning. Much of the week it's looking pretty cold. Today we'll be in the middle 30s, and that will actually feel nice compared to temperatures really caught in the 20s, low 20s by the end of the week.
And stay tuned to Erie News Now all week long. We're going to be kind of highlighting local restaurants. It is Erie Restaurant Week from Visit Erie, and Erie News Now, a proud sponsor of that. So we're going to be talking about those local restaurants, offering some deals, and really, obviously want your support during these trying times.
And a heads up that tomorrow morning, as David mentioned, we get some of that ice. If that's the case and the roads are bad, we'll be out there live to show you those road conditions starting bright and early, 5 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Yeah, see you guys.